Tonight's honorees have shown an uncommon passion for supporting the arts and culture in Greater Des Moines, and a level of active participation that can't help but inspire others to do the same. For their numerous contributions and unwavering commitment to the arts, education, and culture for well over a decade now, we honor Barry and Michelle Griswold this evening. J. Barry Griswold's story began in Atlanta, Georgia, with a rough and humble upbringing that offered little hint of the path to many accomplishments that the man would eventually find himself traveling. He was raised mostly by his mother, June, who both instilled in him the importance of giving and fostered his first childhood involvement in the performing arts, when she enrolled him at the age of 12 in tap dancing lessons. His interests soon thereafter migrated from arts to athletics. However, as he found a new arena in which to exercise his natural talents when it came to fancy footwork, a move that would eventually net him a basketball scholarship to Berry College. Raised the daughter of a Baptist minister, Michelle Irwin Griswold also grew up with the notion of giving back as an integral part of her life. Her father traveled all over the United States and abroad in service of the poor, and took a very personal stand against racism in the South that inspires his daughters to this day. As a sophomore in college, Michelle traveled to the South Pacific to spend time with her aunt, who had nearly lost her life as a missionary in China before being driven out of that country in 1968. At the age of 16, Barry and Michelle went on their first date. The movie was called A Patch of Blue, but it was from this day forward that their life together would take many colorful turns. Over the course of their marriage, they've lived in 14 different cities across the United States. Des Moines, however, would become their home, and they've made a life here together for the past 22 years, since settling down in 1988. Their sons, Michael and John, however, now live in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and Austin, Texas, respectively, giving the proud parents plenty of excuses to travel as far north or south of Iowa as they like. No stranger to hard work, Barry took his first job at the age of 16, loading trucks for the princely sum of $3 per hour. He would eventually find himself to be an insurance man, however. After receiving his bachelor's degree from Berry College and his master's degree from Stetson University, Barry got his first taste of the industry when he began selling life insurance. He went on to become president and CEO of MetLife Marketing Corporation prior to joining the principal in 1988 as an officer and agency vice president. Over the next decade, he moved his way up to president and was named CEO in 2000, followed by chairman of the board in 2002. In 2008, he retired as CEO of the principal and embarked on his next career as published author, penning a book with co-author Bob Jennings. In April 2009, the book debuted on the Wall Street Journal's bestseller list. Barry currently serves as president of the Community Foundation of Greater Des Moines. Michelle Griswold's early professional ambition was to instruct young minds, and she spent 5 years doing just that as a high school teacher of both economics and history. Throughout those courses, she used arts, music, and culture as a valuable teaching tool, seeing such cultural elements as threads that weave through our history in a way that made the lessons memorable and engaging. However, her true calling, it would seem, has been in volunteerism, as evidenced by her impressive service record tied to both helping youth and fostering culture. Engaging her love of the arts, she has served as vice president of the Des Moines Arts Center Board, was a member of the board of the Des Moines Arts Festival, and currently serves on the board and executive committee of the Des Moines Metro Opera. Both Barry and Michelle remain active in industry and community organizations too numerous to name here. However, a few select accomplishments from their many endeavors hold a place near and dear to their hearts. As a young boy growing up, moving 16 times over the course of his first 16 years, Barry was presented with many opportunities to go down the wrong path. He credits the Boys and Girls Club for saving him from such choices. As a positive place to help kids reach their potential, that organization gave his life some much-needed structure at the time. He has never forgotten that, continues to support the club as an adult, and in 2009 was inducted into the Boys and Girls Clubs of America Alumni Hall of Fame at a ceremony in his hometown of Atlanta. Barry's many honors have also included induction into the Iowa Business Hall of Fame and being the recipient of the Oscar C. Schmidt Iowa Business Leadership Award, the Ellis Island Medal of Honor, the Central Iowa Philanthropic Award for Outstanding Volunteer Fundraiser, and even the Horatio Alger Association Distinguished American Award. Michelle remains no stranger to recognition, having received the Woman of Influence Award from the Des Moines Business Record, the Champion of Children Award from Children and Families of Iowa, the Des Moines Area Religious Council Service Award, and the Des Moines Register Star Award. Giving was ingrained in Barry's DNA, a gift given to him by both his mother and grandmother, who, as he recalls, couldn't walk by a red kettle without putting some money in it. This gift, along with his success in business, has empowered him and Michelle to pass along their good fortune to numerous others. Their strong belief in giving back, helping individuals at risk, is reflected in the many social services programs they support through both their donations of time and resources.
Barry and Michelle have been involved in this community like no other couple. They have been involved with everything, both human services and arts and culture.
In 2008, they helped found the Harvest Initiative, an endeavor intent on helping the people of the Crow Creek Sioux Reservation in South Dakota, the poorest county in the United States, by alleviating the effects of poverty through financial literacy education and other economic growth activities.
If you look at the work he did, if you look at the work that Michelle does in the community, there again, being there for people most in need. They have huge hearts, just huge hearts, and that's so important. You learn so much from individuals like that.
They are active in United Way, going so far, more than 7,500 miles in fact in Michelle's case, as to help start chapters in India. Their belief in helping others includes providing exposure to and opportunity to participate in the arts for everybody, because art is not and should not be something reserved for the elite. Barry's involvement in the Principal Charity Classic remains one of his proudest accomplishments, knowing that significant proceeds go to the Connecting Kids and Culture program, which provides over 39,000 kindergarten through 5th grade students in Dallas and Polk counties the opportunity to enjoy local cultural experiences. Prior to coming to Des Moines, his total background in the arts could be summed up quite succinctly as one art appreciation course he took in college, primarily as an effort, he admits, to impress the woman who would one day become his wife.
Originally, Barry wasn't real involved with the arts, but when he became CEO of the Principal Financial Group and really realized what we had in the arts and all the different things that, not just our art collection, but art at work for employees and the benefits that arts bring not only to employees, but education of children.
With this new appreciation formed, a new commitment was made to ensure Des Moines enjoyed the enriching benefits a quality art culture can bring. Since then, he's received numerous national arts awards, including the Business Committee for the Arts Leadership Award in 2006 and the Americans for the Arts Corporate Citizenship in the Arts Award in 2008.
Barry has received several national art recognitions, all very well deserved, absolutely no question about it. I know that he will never receive any recognition for his golf game, which he certainly does not deserve.
It was at the ceremony in New York that Barry had the opportunity to demonstrate his true appreciation for artistic performance.
So we went to New York City, and he got up on stage and to receive the award. And he started telling a story about his first involvement in the arts and how his mom got him involved in tap dancing. And he proceeded to step outside, out from behind the podium, onto the Hudson Theater stage and started to tap dance. Needless to say, everyone at our table was quite surprised.
Barry and Michelle believe the arts represent the centerpiece of the quality of life in any community and cite numerous examples of how the metro area continues to grow, transform, and evolve. From the artistic silhouette of the Des Moines Public Library to the educational hallways of the Science Center, from the consistent drawing power of the Civic Center to the world-class collections of the Art Center. From the beauty of the Botanical Gardens to the vibrancy of the John and Mary Papajohn Sculpture Garden. And of course, the Principal River Walk and the resurgence of downtown culture it will represent. Through a collaborative effort, Bravo has helped make art and culture a high priority in Des Moines, staying true to our mission to provide our city with an enriched quality of life by increasing cultural awareness, advocacy, and funding. Approaching everything in life with a zest that invigorates those around them, tonight's honorees represent a truly shining example of that philosophy in action. As they see it, tonight's gala is a community celebration of the arts and a chance for all ages to come together in support of Des Moines culture. Not to mention a great excuse to get everyone on the dance floor.
But truly, in all seriousness, Barry is a wonderful patron of the arts, but you would never forget the fact that Michelle is right there with him. And as I have often said, behind every successful man is a surprised wife.